Business Takeout presents
The Cocktale Hour with L.A. Wade.
What's up, everybody? So in true Black people fashion, we were fully like half an hour late today, but it's okay because here at the Cocktale Hour, it's an intimate yet sobering conversation that helps people understand, you know, the things that we are thirsting for in life. How did we get to where we are, and what were the things about our life that gave us clues that this is the direction we should go in? Today, before I tell about who is here today, I just want to give a shout out to Business Takeout, who really works to empower in Black wealth, Black entrepreneurship. And I'm really grateful to be a part of this platform. I think it's an important one. And without further ado, I would like to bring you Amir Senat. How are you? Senat, right?
Amir Senat.
Senat. Can you give a French lesson at some part of this conversation?
Yeah, a little bit. More Creole, though.
Creole, right?
Yes.
Okay, we're going to get to that. But I want to welcome you and say, Sac passe!
And Naboule. And I want to say thank you for having me.
It's so great to see you. I am constantly at your restaurant now, which is located in the Upper Beaches. You can give the address later, where I have like the best. I mean, I may not have a lot of Haitian food experience, but whatever I'm eating at your restaurant is off the chain.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I try to put a lot of love into it.
Yes, we will talk a lot more about Boukan as we go through this experience. Like I said, it's about getting to know you and who you are and what it is that is important to you, your passion for your country. So let's take a few baby steps back and decide to tell me which part of your life do you want to begin at that kind of created the person that you are today?
Well, I would say back when I was actually going back to my grandma's house.
Is this in Haiti?
That's in Haiti. Like going back and visiting her during my vacation time. I always have that in the back of my mind. I'm always visualizing me and my grandma and my grandfather. That's I don't know. That's always stuck in my head.
Yeah, of course.
And I was like 6. I would remember like 5, 6 years old. Yeah.
Right. So you were born and raised in Haiti. Till what age did you leave?
I left Haiti. I was about 10 years old when I left Haiti. Yeah.
Do you remember when you first came to Canada, what that was like?
It was different. It was cold. So
you noticed that right away.
Yeah, I wasn't used to that. So it was kind of cold. So I remember bundling up, wearing like 2 pair of pants, which I wasn't used to. Where I didn't know how to dress. Sometimes wearing sneakers in the cold, so it was terrible. But I got used to it fast.
Well, yeah, you created Boukan, and that I think that translates to campfire. You've told me before.
Yes.
So you learned how to warm up yourself with your culture.
With the culture, with the heat.
Yeah, I mean, I know a friend of mine who lives in New York City, and he's from Trinidad, and he talks a lot about how he's able to recreate, not exactly Trinidad, but the kind of social atmosphere that is available to him when he's amongst his people. And when I come to Boukan, I feel like there's a sense of that kind of community. I may not be Haitian, but I definitely feel like I've walked into an experience that feels culturally relevant to me.
Yes, that's exactly what myself and my partner wanted to bring to the city, something different, something when you come in, you feel like you're at home, bring a different kind of environment, so that's why we have the colors that represent the fire element. So yeah, that's the vibe we wanted to bring to the city. So when everybody come there, they get to have a personal experience with the chef, would just feel like you're at home and would like you like family, part of Boukan.
Yeah,
that's exactly what the Boukan came from, right? So when before they had a celebration, they would light up a campfire. Everybody in that area would come in and celebrate and have a good time and feel like being part of the community.
Absolutely. And that is how I feel when I go there. So I love that aspect. And we'll talk more about it. But I really want to get to a sense of, do you remember your time in Haiti? Beside, like, what did you see about your grandparents that really stood out for you? Is this where you learned how to make the food that you make so well?
Well, my grandma, when she was cooking, she would always call me, and she was always call me, sit next to her. She would, I don't know, something like she would call me, show me what she was doing, and so that kind of inspired me. My
Yeah.
mom didn't do it, so it was my grandma. So she would be making cooking, so she would call me and be like, put this in there, put that, So I
Okay.
learned it. So even though I didn't know what I was doing at that age, but the more you cook, second art, right? The more you do it, the better you get at it. So
100%.
yeah,
So I want to jump to a thing that I like to do, because I think this will bring out what I'm really looking for when it comes to you, the restaurant, and Haiti
yeah.
itself. It's a thing that I do call word. So I say a word, and then something will come up for you, and you have to speak to it.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I'm not good at Creole.
Mm.
So I'm gonna try and well, the president of Haiti, Jovenel. How do you say his name?
Jovenel
The one that was assassinated recently.
Moise.
Right, Moise. Um, what comes up when I say his name?
What comes up? I would say, whew, I know some people probably disagree, but he
Does
he
that matter?
he opened some people's eyes.
How so? Can you speak to that? Or is this bad for business to get political?
No, well, I don't like talking about politics. I don't get into politics, but
Yeah.
that's to me, that's what I see. He opened a lot of people's eyes to me, and
Yeah. I think that's why I bring him up, right? Is because for me, the assassination wasn't really taken up in a way that I think is worthy of somebody who's running a country. I don't really understand. But also, there's this elephant in the room when it comes to Haiti and the rest of the Caribbean that I feel like Boukan does a really good job of synthesizing and allowing people to get to know Haiti in a very like loving way, which feels contrary to how people talk about Haiti. And I just wonder if you are aware of what I'm talking about and how it makes you feel as a Haitian.
well, I'm a proud Haitian. I'm very proud to be Haitian. I don't know. Um, I love the culture, so that's why I promote it. And it's
But
like huh?
do you feel like the rest of the Caribbean doesn't really pay attention to Haiti?
Well, some do,
Okay,
some do,
do.
of course, and you're not gonna get everybody right, but the one that, for me, the one that will, the one that will not, and some do. And I was talking about that earlier. It's like some when we get sometimes we get older, we get to learn certain things, and by being Haitian, and I find a lot of people appreciate the culture of Haiti. They understand the culture of Haiti, and they know why Haiti is in that state that it is, you know. And there's a lot of people in Haiti that could change the way it is, but they prefer it to be the way it is, right? So, but it's all about the culture. It's a rich, very rich culture. Just like Haiti's rich, just like Africa's rich. We don't need anything from the outside,
Mm,
just with the culture itself. By bringing tourism and we don't need anything else from the world, from the
right.
rest of the countries.
Okay. And that's what's enabled them to be so independent, I suppose.
They're still at war. We're still at war. Haiti's still at war. We're still fighting, and a lot of people don't know that and understand that we're still at war. The fight still goes on, and I know we're not gonna lose this fight. Haiti will not lose this fight. No.
What do you know who the fight is against? Everybody. Can we lighten it up here, please? Let's move away from the politics, because really it's about you, how you grew up, and the culture of Haiti. So let's talk about Creole versus French.
But US is for one of them for sure.
Put that in there.
France, I won't go there. So France is part of it for sure.
I'm not going there. I'm not going there. What if I say soup jamon?
That's a national soup. That's a national dish. We have that every first of the year, January 1st. That's what we have for our national dish. So it's we have that.
What's in it?
It's the joumou it's Creole. Joumou French, but it's joumou is it's squash.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, like butternut squash?
Yeah.
Ooh, I love butternut squash too.
Yeah, so it's good. So we have that every year, and that's you could have that. People have that all day.
All day.
and if you Haitian, it's like if you don't have it, it's like you. Oh no, you feel you every house that you go to is having it, right? So
yeah.
So we have there's potatoes. There's people put spaghetti in it and
spaghetti in the soup.
Yeah, carrot.
Spaghetti in the soup.
Not a lot, but yeah, carrot, macaroni, whatever.
What? All that's going in the soup? Oh no, are you frozen? Amir. At least it wasn't too bad. He could have had his tongue all the way out. It's okay. So what we're talking about today is really what is the journey of my guest, Amir, who, he grew up in Haiti, came to Toronto, really highlighted the fact that it was cold when he came, but that he was able to create a sense of culture here that was reminiscent of back home. And one of the things that he talked about, or he was about to talk about, is, I think I was going to guide him into the direction of, he was also very involved in the film and television industry here, where he was talking about how he learned how to use creativity in terms of how he promotes his restaurant. So I know that firsthand. I've gone over to Boukan and I have experienced like people just hanging out. It like what we would consider linemen. It's like you get a big lime over at his restaurant. People are playing dominoes, and it's a smaller space because there isn't a lot of space at the restaurant that he got. However, they are ready to move and expand, and they have a lot of different events that are affiliated with the restaurant coming up. And yeah, I'm just really happy to have had him, even if it was just for this little while. I'm not sure, they were having technical difficulties, so I apologize that we were late today. I don't know. Thank you. What do you want to do today? Do you want to stop the broadcast, or do you want to wait and see if he can come back in? I'll just wait to hear. It's that awkward moment where you sit there and everybody's staring at you, but you decide to keep talking. And now I'm not going to keep talking. I'm going to be quiet, and hopefully a decision from the production team will be made. This is a takeout effect. I like it. Maybe we can run your... Okay, I'm back. And I still have no Amir. So I was going to send a message to my friend who is in Nairobi, Kenya. I was just in Nairobi before my documentary, Can You Hear Us Now? And I met somebody who's going into politics that I sent him a link just now on his WhatsApp to see if he can just jump in really quickly and give us his message. I'm bipartisan. I'm not really political in that way. I'm more of a shit disturber. So I don't know if that counts. But I think he's not a shit disturber, but I think he speaks for the people that he wants to represent. And that I know for sure. I would really love if we should keep going. Should we wait, or should we just cut it off? Hey, Mike Truth, how are you? Thanks for watching. I think Boukan is having a lot of technical difficulties. They were having some from the beginning. Maybe they're cooking and they have so many people coming through that it just wasn't working. So I'm not sure what Business Takeout would like to do in this situation. I would take this time to really shout out Business Takeout and the fact that they're a social entrepreneurship that they're a social enterprise rather that really promotes Black wealth and Black entrepreneurship. And I'm just a part of that journey where I gather stories from people and find out how what they do have led them to where they are. But you know what, Boukan, we really wanted to work with you today. So what we're going to do is we're going to reschedule this this opportunity to talk and learn more about your restaurant and your life's journey. Coming up in the next week, we have a lot of great people coming in. So stay locked to the Cocktale Hour. I'm sorry for all those who took the time to watch and was not able to hear the story of Amir and Boukan. But we will be back next Monday at 5 p.m. Thank you for watching the Cocktale Hour. We'll see you next time.
If you enjoy our programming and want to help support Black entrepreneurship, please donate today. www.businesstakeout.com/donate.